Hello children, how are you guys? Welcome back. I think I'm meeting you after a long break, maybe a fortnight, more than that it's over. Okay, children, see, we are going to start up with the new lesson, that is reproduction in plants. Okay, see, not only animals, even the plants produce their own variety, which we call it as reproduction. Okay, like animals, they may not be able to show the sexual reproduction, but they'll be showing the asexual reproduction. Okay, see, what is meant by reproduction means producing their own variety, producing their own kind. Okay, from dog, we get only the puppies, we may not get the kittens. Okay, so producing their own variety, it's called as reproduction. Okay, and from banana plant, we get only bananas, we may not get mango from it. That's very simple. Producing their own variety of young ones is called as what? Reproduction. Okay, and plant reproduce through two modes of reproduction, namely asexual reproduction and the sexual reproduction. Okay, plant reproduce through two modes of reproduction, namely sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. Okay, and in the case of asexual reproduction, there are so many methods, namely fragmentation, budding, spore formation, and vegetative propagation. See, these are the new terms. Okay, in due course of time, and like in the live class, I'll explain to you in detail what is meant by fragmentation, what is meant by budding. You might have seen, right, in your house, a small piece, if you just plant it also, from there we get a new plant. For example, table rose. Okay, budding. We make the cross connection with the rose, and once it grows, we remove it, and we what we do, we plant it. That is called as budding. Okay, spore formation. In the air we'll find the dust-like thing flying. That's nothing but the spore. Okay, and again vegetative reproduction, that is cross-pollination and self-pollination. So these are the types of reproduction which we can see in the case of asexual reproduction, which we can see in the case of plants. Okay, and in the case of sexual reproduction, they fuse male and female gametes and they form their young ones. Okay, male and female gametes. Okay, what is that? Spores. They fuse with each other and they produce their young ones. Okay, and vegetative propagation means new plants are produced through various paths. New plants are produced through various paths, namely vegetative propagation, like from leaves, from stem, from roots, new plants will produce. Okay, that is called as what? Vegetative reproduction. Okay, and see children, next what we are going to read in this lesson is flower is also a reproductive part of a plant. Okay, flower is the main reproductive part of a plant. Okay, and they produce, if you take the flower itself, you will be able to find two different types of flowers, namely the male flower and the female flower. Okay, there are, like, unisexual flowers. One flower will be only the male flower, the other flower will be only the female flower. Okay, which we call it as unisexual. And if both are present, both the male and the female gametes are present in the same flower, it is called as bisexual flower. In the case of hibiscus, it's a bisexual flower. Okay, it has both, the pollen grains and also the female ovule, the same plant. So it is a bisexual flower. Okay, and then uh, see, the male gametes are the pollen grains and the female gametes are the ovule. Okay, and when the pollen grains gets transferred to the ovule, okay, they reproduce and a new uh, plant starts growing, which we call it as sexual reproduction. Okay, and the sexual reproduction takes place with the help of pollination. Okay, pollination is an agent through which this reproduction take place. Okay, there are two types of pollination, namely self-pollination and the cross-pollination. Okay, see, the gametes of the same flower fertilizes the pollen grain of the same flower fertilizes the ovule or present at the same flower. It is called a self-pollination. Okay, and if it is present at the same plant. And cross-pollination, maybe wind or water, they carry the gamete along with it. Okay, and they travel to a long distance and fertilize the plant in some other place. It's called as cross-pollination. Okay, and the pollination, as I already said, it may take place it may take place through wind, water, or insect. Okay, and the fusion of male and the female gamete, it's called as fertilization. Okay, the pollen grains, they fuses the ovule. That's called as what? Fertilization. Okay, and the fertilized egg is called as zygote. The fertilized egg is called as what? Zygote. Okay, and the ovule, they get matured inside the fruit, and what happened? The seed is formed. Okay, the seed is formed when it is present. Okay, the seed is formed, which is present inside the fruit, which shows that the plant is, it is ready to reproduce. Okay, they produce the gamete. Okay, and as I already said, the seeds or the agents for pollination will be wind, water, and animals. Okay, and seed dispersal helps the plant to prevent overcrowding. Okay, see, if there is if the dispersal haven't take place, that particular area will be very rich with that particular variety of plant. Since it get dispersed by air or water, it keeps spreading to a large area. Okay, and the competition for sunlight, water, and minerals can be avoided. Okay, otherwise, there will be competition for sunlight, water, and minerals, and they'll try acclimatizing to the new environment. Okay, these are the criteria which we have to listen to the, or we have to look in the case of dispersal of seed. Is that clear, children? Okay, bye.